Serving up the SmackDown on Superstar Vinyl. What's inside the Loyal Subjects WWE Action Vinyls? Got ourselves two boxes that we're going to go ahead and open up. I'd also like to send out a big thank you to the folks over at the Loyal Subjects who were nice enough to send these and a bunch of other action vinyls my way. So we're going to have a look at these in some upcoming videos. Get a gander at some of the characters featured on the side of the box. We've got Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion, in red. We've got John Cena, the U.S. Champion, and he is in orange. Roman Reigns with chair accessory. He's in red. And again, I'm not really sure why specifically they list the colors of orange, red, and alternating that way. WWE referee is in blue. Sting is in red. We've got a gold edition Ultimate Warrior, an Ultimate Warrior in the slick back hair. They actually mention Ultimate Warrior as a description with slick back hair. And then the WWE WrestleMania ring. Apparently it's a build-a-ring, and it involves taking the component pieces for some of, I guess, from some of these action vinyls. We have another Ultimate Warrior. They seem to really like Ultimate Warrior. There's there's three of the Ultimate Warriors featured in here, and AJ Styles. And last but certainly not least, an Undertaker. Undertaker includes accessories. Basically, all the figures come included with some way of an actual accessory. So we're going to go ahead and get these opened up. You'll also notice, too, somebody has shaded off the front window. So I don't know exactly which one I'm going to be getting until ultimately we're going to go ahead and open these up. Last but certainly not least, if you want to check out more from Loyal Subjects, you can go to www.theloyalsubjects.com. Equally so, you can also follow them on Facebook /The Loyal Subjects CO, Twitter.com/Loyal Subjects, and even on Instagram. If you are doing anything on Instagram, I'm doing stuff on Instagram. You can follow the Loyal Subjects over on Instagram. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and grab my knife. I guess you could grab any knife. You could also just rip these open, but I want to be a little gingerly careful with these. Nurture them until the moment I need to open them up and expose them to the world. Teach the learnings that I've learned along the way, and then send them off to the world and let them discover and be their own boss. What we do have is the first one that we mentioned, Brock Lesnar. I'm going to go ahead and pop him out of the plastic prison, and then we'll be able to have a better look at him. While we're also at it, let's look at the contents. It comes with 1/4 of the ring, needing, of course, for you to pick up the remaining 3/4 in order for you to build the ring. I guess we could somewhat build a ring in the meantime. Now, it's a puzzle piece. Literally, it's a piece of a puzzle, shape puzzle-wise at least. We're going to go ahead and pop these in place. I'm just going to check how everything kind of comes together. The turnbuckles obviously will go into the corner. I don't say obviously. I mean, I guess you may not have known that. It's okay. And, well, I guess I could add the ropes. It's somewhat irrelevant. The idea of adding ropes anyways, because, well, really, I don't have anything to connect these to. How about do these connect anyways? Do they give you instructions? There probably isn't instructions necessarily. I just dropped one. Let's put in one of the pieces. It seems to actually go on an angle, so I'm thinking there's something I'm not doing quite right. Let's again have a look at the back here. It doesn't really actually say. I'm guessing, if anything, the two pieces connect together. There's a peg, and then there's a series of holes on the other side, and those would just connect together like that. And then you've got one rope. And I guess this would go onto the side, but it does seem to want to stick out on the corner, doesn't it? Six on an angle. There's something I'm sure I'm missing along the way. I'm probably doing this incorrectly. I mean, it only goes from what I guess one way. Let's hold out hope that whoever we get in the next batch, we're also going to be getting ourselves a piece of the ring. In the meantime, while we are discussing possibilities for further pieces of a ring, we can most definitely take out the Universal title, which I guess at the time that we are watching, and I'm making this video, you guys are currently watching it, I think The Fiend is currently the WWE Champion, the Universal Champion over on SmackDown. His strap is like a purpley blue, so it's not quite this red anymore, which kind of looked like licorice back in the day. The belt is somewhat pliable. I think the intent, if anything, although it does look like you can attach the two, I don't think you're supposed to fit it around Lesnar's waist. Let's just bring up his arms. I don't want to rule that out just yet. See if I can actually put it around his waist. Such a small waist. This might very well be the smallest waist that I've put the smallest belt on. It doesn't seem to want to come together. Despite what the Beatles may tell you, this doesn't come together. And so we're just going to put the two like that. And I guess these two belt pieces, the two loops, there we go. We're just going to put it over Lesnar's shoulder. He's more of a guy that likes to flaunt his title more than anything else. And there's Brock Lesnar. The belt, unfortunately, did come loose. Whoops, let's not drop that either. Let's pick that up. There we go. Let's not lose the... After all, I think Lesnar likely would be taking me to Suplex City if I was to go ahead and lose his belt. These are a super stylized, super deformed representation of the WWE superstars. They are quite considerably articulated. Looks like they have ball joints. You can rotate them all the way around. Torsos also are on a ball joint, and even like their waists are also ball jointed. Legs move forward and back. You can move them out. Bend at the elbow, or bend at the knee. That's a knee, by the way, a knee. And you can also rotate their feet. Feet seem, if anything, to be possibly on ball joints also. The only thing that isn't articulated on them is their elbows. They have articulation here in the shoulders, and the hands do rotate, but they have no posability happening here on the elbows. Not a bad looking Lesnar, I have to admit. He's got his tattoo. Kind of jarring, the fact that he would have a big old, I guess it would be a knife on the front and not a sword on the front of his torso. And then on the back, he's got just a mess happening. At one point, it was a neat looking tattoo, and he just keeps excessively adding more stuff to it. Far as this, of course, to the extreme that someone like Dave Bautista's just got tattoos everywhere. Overall, a not bad looking Lesnar, I have to admit. I like that. Just before we open up the next one, because the next one is still a mystery to me, let's just grab the box. Let's have a look at the side. Who would I want to get? The Sting looks really cool. That's Wolfpack Sting from the old WCW era. You know, from a quick glance, I thought for a second I was looking at the Big Boss Man. Not the case. It's not the case. Well, I guess I would have good chances of getting an Ultimate Warrior. I'd like to get an AJ Styles, though. Anyways, let's go open up the next box. I don't know if this actually has a seal on it. This one does not. Pulling it out. And sure enough, it's not as if I planned any of this, by the way. We've got ourselves an AJ Styles. One thing I did forget as we had a look at Lesnar, I didn't show you guys the included card that comes included with the vinyl figure. I just said included a lot, didn't I? Shows you all the figures on the front. On the back, it gives you a description of the character. Let's read it, shall we? Possessing the type of staggering strength and frightening intensity seen only among Superman villains, that's a good description, this 6'3", 266-pound freak of nature from Minneapolis, Minnesota, has forced his way to the top of every major combat sport. First scouted by WWE officials while smashing his way through college wrestling ranks, Lesnar debuted on Raw, March 18th, 2002, and single-handedly destroyed a ring full of unfortunate superstars. Plain and simple, the man was built to destroy. Gosh, darn it, that's a good read-up. To go along with that, somebody who has fought Lesnar, and unfortunately, from what I remember, fared badly in the beginning of the match, which seems to be the constant trend for a lot of Lesnar matches. His opponent gets squashed for the majority of the match, comes back, and then only ends up losing in anyways at the end. We've got one AJ Styles. Love to see just the fact that we get an AJ Styles vinyl coming from WWE. Something, of course, he has gone through the indies for the longest of times, finally landing himself on the doorstep of the WWE headquarters. I'm really glad he's finally kind of getting his due diligence. He's finally, he's finally getting there. He's there. Whether they use him correctly, I don't know, but at least he's finally there. Here's his collector card. I guess we could look on the back there as well. about the same. It is the same. There it is right there. Same as the one that we had gotten before. The read-up, however, is different, complete with a new image on the top. Known the world over for his in-ring prowess, thrilling aerial maneuvers, and supreme confidence, AJ Styles has found success everywhere he's traveled, accumulating an incredibly impressive resume, capped off by sports entertainment's most prestigious title, the WWE Championship. Styles has further solidified his reputation from important victories over John Cena and Shane McMahon, all while backing his claim that SmackDown Live is the house that AJ Styles built. There you go. I think he actually, right now, he's on Raw, if I'm not mistaken. He's part of the OG. The OG. Or OC. The OC, the original club, not the OG. Although the OG OC, I probably even could have called him that. Alternating of red and blue make up his attire. He's still making his way, according to what I'm looking at here, the ring being the fact that he hasn't taken off his hoodie. It's a decent looking AJ Styles. Again, very stylized version of the phenomenal one. They've managed to put in the dotted hairs on his chest. He's got a quasi smile on his face with his long flowing locks, different to what he would have had initially in the days of TNA and Ring of Honor. I guess Ring of Honor he would have had long hair by then. Again, the opposability on this guy is exactly the same. Ball joint, wrist swivel, ball joint torso, ball joint waist, ball joint legs, and also has knee articulation. Did I say knee articulation on Lesnar? I feel like I did. And also has toe articulation. For his included accessory, it's rather fitting. We just finished looking at Lesnar, who came with the Universal title, and AJ Styles comes with the WWE title. Seems to me, if anything, let's put the two side by side. In fact, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. It does look, in fact, that they are the exact same belt, as they would be. This one is black licorice. This one is red licorice. Black licorice I'm surprisingly allergic to. I always get the tummy aches whenever I have black licorice, so I would favor probably the red licorice of the two. Nice printed belts overall. Again, that's what it looks like on the back. And, well, again, it does seem like they don't give you nearly enough clearance to put them around their waist. AJ Styles would be even more difficult for the fact that he's got the, of course, the vest on. It's nice inclusion for them to come with belts. Unfortunately, though, because we only looked at 2 boxes, only managed to get ourselves 1/4 the ring. This would be a very small, short match, especially for the fact that on top of that, you've got AJ Styles fighting Lesnar. Lesnar would just destroy him for this center cornered section of the ring. I don't know really where else. I guess you'd have to have a force field around all the other sides. Very cool are these collectibles. I'd be inclined to pick up probably more of these. So if at the very least I could build myself the entire 4-sided ring. Of the ones that we did get, of the mystery boxes, that is, we did get ourselves Brock Lesnar, and we got ourselves AJ Styles. Pretty cool little vinyl figures. Again, a big thank you to the folks over at, there we go, just get them to stand up here, the Loyal Subjects, who are nice enough to send these my way. They send a couple of boxes my way. If you've managed to pick up these for yourself, let me know down below in the comments section. I'm just going to get AJ Styles to balance. There we go. Let me know down below in the comments section if you managed to pick up these for yourself and which ones did you actually get. I always like reading your comments down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and periodically, why not swing on over to the home page. Check out all the other videos that I've done up to this point, and all future videos will be also there as well that you can get a gander at. Also, if you're interested in picking up the Loyal Subject pieces for yourself, you can find them in various comic book stores and specialty stores. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.